Hello and welcome to Paranormal Points of View with me and him.
Me, that's the one. And this one, that one.
How you doing, Murray?
I'm not too bad, thank you. About yourself?
All right. Yeah.
Good.
Recovering from a really hectic weekend. Just great, out and about. Went out to my mates, watched Terrifier. Hey,
Oh yeah.
That's a bit of a film. Bit gory and stuff.
Is it a jump scare? Is it a jump scare film?
It's a bit, yeah, it's like Saw.
Right then.
Yes, it's rather
Gruesome.
What can you say? Yeah, there's a bit of blood flying everywhere and stuff like that. You know, but it's all right. You know,
Hey, that's Hollywood. That's Hollywood for you.
Yeah, it's not really like ghost hunting, is it? It's just something totally different. So
sometimes you need a change, don't you, from what you normally do?
Yeah, that's it. I also went to an investigation, and I ended up working just the three other people, one I know, and we just got together. It was a sort of public event, but like less structured. So just the four of us went off and we sort of got quite a lot. But we're actually in this farmhouse in Chesterfield and on this farmland. So straight away, me and this guy called Shane, we sort of linked into each other, and I picked up a person who was like struggling and fighting his last battles, as did Shane, which was sometimes you get these graphic images, and yeah, that's what I got. So that was a bit much. And then it just went crazy when we went in the farmhouse, like all the tools were going off and everything. And yeah, very interesting. So I've got these tads behind me on the shelf there.
I see those, yeah.
During the invest, one always kept going to red, and the one standing next door to it kept going to blue. So I was kind of using it for a yes/no answer at some time. So that was interesting. Yeah. But yeah, it's fascinating, really. But yeah, it's carnage. And I think like two of the people in the group, I think they've been to Sheffield Cemetery. Oh, yeah. I think they've got something from there which turned up for the investigation. So it happens, really. Because then there's another group not getting activity. So people who ran it sort of said, well, you've had a lot of activity. Do you want to go back in that room and see, what you get? And I just couldn't get it going, no matter what. And it's sometimes about the energy of the people, isn't it?
That's true, yeah.
And I think basically nothing will happen around them, if you know what I
mean. Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a couple and some others, and like, oh, yeah, it just wasn't happening for them. And never, most haunted place, nothing will ever happen for them.
It shows, though, before, I mean, just because it's got a reputation to be haunted doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get anything.
No, that's right. But it also, I think it depends a lot. Hi, Wildbell. It depends a lot on the people, doesn't it? Hi, Nigel.
Hi, Pal.
Hi, Natasha. Hi, Nicola. Welcome, everyone. It's the special Halloween show. And I just thought we'd chat about spooky.
Well, as something reminded me today as well. I saw these little kids that were doing like the best Halloween voices, Halloween noises and stuff. And I'm thinking, I can do that. And I actually got myself a witch voice. I can do a witch's cackle.
Go on then.
But I want you to do one first, though. Can you do?
Oh, God, no. You brought me out, haven't you? God. I've played a witch on stage, but hell if I can remember what
I've discovered I can do a really, really decent. I mean, it's decent, but obviously on the airwaves. I'm not are you ready for it?
Yeah, go
on. Ready? Right, imagine this. Imagine a big pointy black hat, a big green nose.
It's natural for me.
Are you ready for it?
That's like one of those sick clowns.
That's what I mean. It's great, right?
You like the one for me, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
give yourself some makeup, and I'll be fine. I'll make a good pantomime bad guy.
Yeah, I'm playing a character called Baldrick, which is like Spoldrick. Well, it's called Spoldrick, which is like Baldrick. So it's Sleeping Beauty. So I'm the sidekick to the Nasty Queen. So yeah.
But basically she had a mirror, didn't she? You have a visual version of a mirror.
Yeah.
She's asking for guidance from you, basically.
She's the one who had She's the one who had the spinning wheel.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I know. She picks her finger.
That's the one.
That's
and
the
I
one, yeah.
in a box. Yeah, and even that says blue light. So
I
yeah,
see that.
yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. So I've got to learn my lines by Wednesday, apparently. We'll
That's good.
see. Yeah. It is Christmas time when it's on, so we're all good. So I've got a while anyway.
Oh,
But
you got
yeah,
plenty of time.
I've
Halloween
got some
fun.
nice eyeballs as well. Nice.
You've been eating those.
Yeah, too right. Halloween, isn't it?
That's true.
Got
And also,
pork in me.
I've got a Halloween-related question.
Go on then.
Just because it's Halloween and 1st of October, does it mean, do we get any amplifications on paranormal activity? Do you believe people experience more at Halloween, or is it more of like a psychological thing? Because it's Halloween, you expect to see something.
I don't know, because a lot say, oh, it's gone red now. A lot say because the veil thins and stuff like that, but how do people know?
Exactly.
Obviously, it's down to the pagan side of things as well.
That's right, yeah.
It is there a thinning of the veil? What does everybody think who's watching? I really don't know.
Because we always say every day has got the kind of veil. It's between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, which should be basically a witching hour every day, basically.
But who says that? Where's it from? How do we know?
Who's decided that?
And yeah, if you go like US, we're running what? It's 4:10 now. So EST. So if you're running 4:10, well, it's going to have a different 3 o'clock there from here.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how does that work all over the planet?
I mean, look at Australia first at 6 different time zones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't really know.
No.
It's another one though. Speech was good at the parameter. This bloody street can't get rid of it.
You're not supposed to eat while you're interviewing people, talking to people. It's rude.
That's the problem. But the parameter did a brilliant speech.
Who did?
You did. The parameter went really well, didn't it?
Hey, we're all right. I like to sometimes name reviews and points and stuff, and it was different, but it's basically material I've got for my next book, you see, so I've been using it. I've been cheating.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. So I've done that because I've been speaking at spoke at 3, and I use sort of content from a book and having trouble showing things, but we've got this comment. Somewhere I'm having trouble finding the right button. My senses usually fired up Halloween's thin veil. Makes no difference. I find more activity coming up to a full moon. Yeah.
Yeah.
The new moon. And I know the full moon made a difference because my ex was he went into a strange mood on the full moon. And I'd just like recognise certain signs from him. And then I sort of say, oh, it's a full moon. And then I look out the window and it was. I don't know. It just affects certain people, doesn't it?
It does. That's why we get the term lunatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still on sweet.
You're still chewing that same sweet.
But at the Parameet, 2019, my friend June Holiday of Equinox Paranormal, she had this really strange doll. There you go, accusing Natasha there. I can't even see it. My eyes aren't working. It's terrible. There we go. There's the button. There you go. It's Natasha Lunatic.
Hey, we're all lunatics.
Oh yeah, we like what we like, don't we? We like going out in the cold and the dark in the middle of the night, and
talking to ourselves.
Yeah, that's right. So 2019, Julie Holiday had a doll. She went to a haunted house in Wakefield. There's a lot of activity, and it's actually relating to this doll. And she went to other houses in the Yorkshire area, and she got issues, and it's because they had dolls. So she ended up with more and more of these dolls. So she took it to the Parameet, and I was so lucky to meet it. So much so that I've gone and bought my own. And here she is. This is Bella. She's got a special Halloween outfit on.
I think she's sleeping now.
I'm going to wake her up again.
Hello. Hello.
So the one from that Equinox she actually wears.
I'll tell you what, it's must be my eyes good because it looks like she's got a beard.
That's mine. So yeah, that does. It's getting really cold around me now. Oh, she's lovely, Natasha. So Judith actually swears. It tells people to F off and things like that. Well, that's rude of her, isn't it? God, sleep
Mind you,
already.
there was an Elmo doll that did that as well a few years back. Someone bought an Elmo doll and it threatened people and it swore at them.
Yeah. So I thought I'd buy it, see what happens, and yeah. So it's just a purchase off eBay. We never know why they've got rid of it from eBay, do we? But hey ho. Hopefully it's got something with it already. Hey, Kath. So Kath actually has this Belle doll, along with Julie Holiday, and yeah. So this creepy doll, I sort of took it up to the hotel room with Kath and Julie, just to see what would happen. And she sort of said kill Julie, which was a bit unpleasant, to be fair. But it's funny. Oh no! Yeah, that's it. Dolls, clowns, something like that. Oh, she's Julie's. Yeah, she's amazing though, Kath. What's the scariest thing she said to you? I probably can't type it, to be fair. No. But yeah, but Julie keeps them all in a shed out the way. Because she's got 7 of them now, and they're all a bit sweary.
They'll probably talk to each other.
Oh yeah, that's right. Just swearing at each other. So you know, this one, it's not a brand new one. It has been to somebody's house. It's come over from eBay. I bought it a nice Halloween costume now. And then she's got something really interesting to wear. She's got a nice, pretty little dress to wear when it's not Halloween. So hopefully that will attract spirits and see what happens. And I'll try and record the journey, really, to see if things happen. And yeah. And if I have been warned that it can get crazy, but if it does, then I know who will look after the doll for me.
Yeah. I tell you what, as well. Do you remember the first words she says when you opened her and put batteries in her?
No. Why?
You should be able to remember that. Because sometimes, someone told me this a few years back about dolls. Used to be, I can't remember what she was called, but my daughter had a little doll what talked. And apparently, the first word it says when you put new batteries in it and open it up, it's like a recurring word. It'll say that word more often than the other word. Hello.
It's Barry.
Hello. Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, Spooky Barry.
Can you whistle?
Oh no, you set the bird off now.
What about the bird?
Put the headphones on.
Spooky.
So they're like the words that the doll should say.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Yeah, see what happens with her. It's quite weird.
Can you say flowers? Flowers.
Are you happy, Bella?
She seems happy.
Yeah, she does. So I took her out to investigate, and she just stayed in the car because it's somebody's actual farmhouse. So I wasn't really going to take her in there just in case there are issues. So I just put her in the car, and then some people met her and said like she's really quite sweet. So they've seen pictures of her and felt a bit weary of her, but when they actually met her, thought, yeah, she's sweet.
Yeah, she's looking at you.
So whether she'll get something with it, who knows?
The name, is it something you gave her, or is it a name what's generic?
Her name is Bella. That's the name.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Lover Bella doll, so I don't actually know what name is. I'll have to have a look.
Yeah.
Try and Google and see what her real name is. But yeah, she's gone to sleep now, so that's all good. Right, Bella. Throw her in a corner. Wait, landed. But yeah, so
Well,
it's interesting, isn't it? Natasha, yeah. Don't you worry about attracting to your home. I have to clear weekly or get no sleep. I'm kind of oblivious in my home. I hear things all the time. Like I could walk by a table in the back room, and then like an hour later, something could fall off it,
mm,
and no reason for it really. But yeah, things happen all the time. But I'm kind of used to it. I think like when you go investigating, I think you do
yeah.
get things which are intrigued, and it just continues a bit.
I see, like here, I get footsteps on the landing, and when I'm in the bath, I know when I know I'm on my own in the house, I still hear things up and down the stairs.
And how do you feel about that?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
You see, it doesn't scare me. Oh, the paranormal. Oh, does it, I've never been. I'll be honest. I've never been to a location that scared me.
yeah,
Maybe I'm quite happy to sit in the dark somewhere, even if I don't know the area. The worst thing someone can do is panic.
yeah,
I mean, you get you'll get a lot of investigators, ghost hunters. I mean, I don't like using the term investigate for a ghost hunt. It's two different things altogether. But that's a different
yeah,
story. That's a totally
yeah.
different story altogether. But when you go to a location and you hear something spot, something drops or something, and the leg it, that's not what paranormal's about. You need to investigate why it's done that noise, what's happened to it. If there's something there trying to get your attention, if it is something spiritual, it's made a big effort to do that. So the worst thing you can do is leg it.
Oh, Boo Bear, yeah. Yeah, now Boo Bear, I had an issue with one of those. I was with Katrina Wildman. We're investigating a room. It's part of the Sage Protocol about 5 years ago. And she got a Boo Bear on the bed and it kept talking. But I'd rather watch her. You know what I mean? Just found
Yeah,
the doll really distracting. But then that was because she was there. But then, like, I know they go too hot, too cold, don't they? So that was
yeah.
interesting. But I
I
think in that particular investigation, well, it wasn't, was it? It was a ghost hunt. I would have liked to have more focus on what Katrina was doing,
yeah, yeah.
watching her techniques rather than this bear going, it's too hot, too cold. So I wanted to chuck it out the window. There.
Yeah, you reminded me of something when you said Wakefield.
Yeah, thanks, Simon.
I remember you said about Wakefield, and hi Simon. And
If you ever go to Clitheroe, anybody, always look out for Simon Lentwistle's tours.
a brilliant storyteller.
Some great ones around Pendle Hill direction. So always look out for these tours. And yeah, great
Yeah,
speaker at ghost stories and everything
yeah,
and history.
yeah. You're on about Wakefield. As you know, I used to live and work in Wakefield many years ago, and
Yeah.
an house I used to know in Wakefield, the person who used to own it. They used to have a Furby. You remember Furbies?
Oh God, yeah.
Yes. Now
Wow.
he had a couple of Furbies. Were his wife's Furbies actually, but he had kept them on a shelf in the living room. And one of them, it started chattering to itself, just randomly. Well, we're both talking to each other in the living room, and he said that shouldn't happen. I says, why? I mean, the reason we went round to his house originally because stuff did happen. And he said that
Yeah.
Furby started. We both heard it chirp up, and its eyes opened and closed again. And he looked at it. He said that should not happen. And we said, why is that a show if I know Batman's in it?
Awesome. That's what
Yeah.
happens with the doll that June Holiday's got, one of them.
Yeah.
It will speak without batteries in it.
Mm.
Well, yeah, it's really intriguing, and we do this paranormal. I have been warned that if something happens with this doll, it could get a bit gruesome, but
In what
I've just
way?
had scratches and things like that, and
Has she got fingernails?
no,
No. Right.
something with it. So you get people who live in these houses who have a lot of activity, and there are issues. Whether the activity is down to somebody being scared, and obviously spirit probably use that sensation, don't they, to feed off it. So if
Yeah.
it's somebody like me and something's happening, I go, oh yeah, that's cool. Or if something touches me, it's like get your dirty hands off me, which I've done before at Derby Jail, and something touched me. But I
That
just
poor
didn't
ghost.
like fingers on me. Hey,
I said that poor ghost.
I know, it's like I was really chuffed in one way that I could actually feel the sensation of something touching me because all the time, like people are saying, "Oh, I've had this touch me, I've had that touch me," but until like last year, and it
Yeah.
was twice in a weekend, and I had nothing that had no touched me, but that was obvious. But how many like ghost hunts do people go, oh, something touched me? And then like everybody else has had something touch them after that, haven't they?
Suggestion. That's what it is. Power of suggestion.
Yeah. But
And
not
it
from the
does
first person.
It's like years ago. Me, I mean, I used to have like a particular jumper, and I kept getting static shocks off it. It was
wow.
a pain in my bloody ass. It was a nice one actually. It's like it was nice. It was like a dark blacky grey jumper. It was quite a good fit jumper. That's quite warm. It's one of these jumpers you can put it on and not wear a coat. But I kept getting static shocks off it. And everybody who touched me or kept close to me, they got a shock off it as well.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, it just shows you. I mean, static energy as well is another thing. You can release static energy on somebody, not realise. To them, it could like it's being touched.
I've done it. I had a job interview. So you know when you sort of meet somebody in the reception, then they take you to the interview room. We shook hands and we had an electric shock. I zapped him. That's a bit random, isn't it? But I didn't get the job for some reason. But I thought we had like chemistry, like instant chemistry.
You electrocute to them.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? So, but yeah, it's just dead weird, isn't it? So Natasha had a cell phone that would randomly chat. Anyhow, dropped it and took it to have the screen fixed. Then I went to collect it. They said it switched off with no screen and asked them if they wanted coffee. They asked me not to bring it back. Oh my gosh, that is brilliant. Love it. Has anyone got any spooky tales for Halloween? And here's the spooky guy with his cat balls. Adam Sliver, how are you doing? He loves his flashing cat balls, does Adam? And he's Yvette's #1 fan, aren't you, Adam? Yay. Nice to see you, Adam. Hope you have a lovely Halloween and hope everyone does. But what are you doing over Halloween then?
Me, I don't know yet, to be honest with you. I've got a few pottery errands to do. I might do an interview. I've got an interview to conduct very soon. But excellent. I'm also bringing my team back in as well, the BRFP team. And I've got a few names down. But I've got to finalise something yet, and with work it's difficult, you see, over time.
Yeah, that's right.
But I'm quite happy to meander and do a bit of writing or whatever and stuff. I mean, I think for me, I mean, as you know, I get my best ideas in the bath, and I'm quite happy to sit in a very dark bathroom and just lay there and get some ideas flowing into my head.
Yay. So Adam's on a ghost walk in Birmingham. I'm on a ghost walk on the Thursday, so... Yeah.
You see, I've never done it. I've been to Birmingham once now, and I thought there's some nice little buildings around there.
I can't go in now because I've got a diesel car.
Yeah.
I'll say what keeps me out of Birmingham.
That's it. What I'd probably do, I probably wouldn't drive there. I'd probably go on public transport, a train or something. I mean, the good old trains. There's the Western train stations as well. That's what I like to explore. Train stations. I love the old aesthetics behind the train stations.
Yeah, well, you've got so much, like you've got all the energy, emotion, and everything, haven't you? You know, you've got so much happening, and a lot of them have been there for years, haven't they? And the war years,
right.
things like that.
That's it. You'll think about it. These train stations were hubs of a community. They were on the way in and out to the next town or village, and everything went through the station. Everything went through the station, but every station was manned originally, and it was a community area, and everyone knew everybody. And as it dwindled down, as you know, train stations became manless and become shells, and not half of what they used to be. But in the spiritual world, we're probably doing still what we do.
Yeah, I've been to Great Central twice.
Yeah,
incredible place. Yeah, and one of the let's see, event prior to that, somebody had actually got a photo. It was a figure, and it's a really good photo. You couldn't debunk it. Yeah. Obviously, you try to the nth degree, but nobody can debunk it.
I'll tell you one as well. A couple of Halloweens back, where I used to live in Wakefield, Kirkgate train station.
No.
Wakefield's got two train stations, and one's Westgate, one's Westgate, the main line, and one's Kirkgate, which is the commuter line. But that particular station is a Edwardian/Victorian. And it is known to a lady to be flittering between platform 1 and platform 2. And they don't know if she's Edwardian or Victorian. She's got that Esk about her. But I went once on an Halloween, believe it or not, and I went down the subway. We call it the Ginnell subway, alleyway, whatever you call it. And I got a distinctive smell of floral. Now, that's something you don't get in a subway train station subway. You get urine.
Well, say what they usually smell of.
Exactly. But this, I went down and went back down again. And my smell had totally gone.
Oh wow,
But people
incredible.
do say she flits between the platforms, and we see her like a. She's not scary. If you just, I think she's either waiting for a train. I don't know what, but she seems to have.
Yeah, it might be waiting for somebody as well.
Yeah,
Not
she has
knowing
like a.
when they're
She
going to
has like a.
arrive.
It's like a parasol umbrella, but it's not opened. She's not walking with it up. She's
Oh
walking
wow,
with it, holding it in her hands.
yeah, that is
So,
incredible.
but it's
But
train stations again. They do the aesthetics behind these people. Like when people come back from war or going to war. I mean, waiting for
well, it's
train
all the
stations.
emotion in it. People saying goodbye to people,
Exactly.
people greeting people.
Yep.
You know, people having a baby and like going, oh look at or it's just everything, isn't it?
Exactly. And
Just
these
meeting,
happened.
greeting and
And
leaving
these
people.
in the old days, these were the train station. This is where it all happened at train stations.
Yeah.
And they were a vein of a country, the main veins.
Well,
And
it's
now
generally the only way of travelling, wasn't it? If
yeah,
you'd got the bus or you got the train station.
exactly.
Not as many people had cars then.
That's it. That's it.
So, yeah, they went on holiday on the train and that, wasn't it?
I mean, because I'm plus as well. I've been railway based. I mean, I've got a love of the railways because my father used to work on the railways, so I grew up around the trains as well, and the train stations and signal boxes and things like that. And I mean, I've got a good. I mean, around where I'm living now in Nuneaton, I don't know so much about this area just yet. But in
Yeah.
Yorkshire, I know quite a lot about the stations. But it's all new stuff for me to learn around here. I've been to Shenton train station,
Yeah.
which is a nice little station. It's got the battlefield line behind it as well, which is very historical, which is a good one for Halloween.
Is that Bosworth?
Good towards Bosworth, yeah. Good towards it,
Yeah.
yeah. Shenton,
Yeah, that
isn't
was
it?
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought I
yeah,
recognised the name. So, yeah.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. Beautiful, nice little place actually.
Yeah. But there are some really fascinating places, aren't there? And they're like oldie worldy, a lot of them, aren't they?
Plus, as
A lot
well,
of the visual features.
I think with a modern hustle and bustle as well. You forget you're blinded to this with all the latest stuff in life, and you take a step back, and you think that's a beautiful location right under his noses.
Remaining parts of the railway from Radstock, there's plenty of spirits. Oh, wow. But yeah, that's interesting. It is fascinating. Hey, how you doing, Wes?
Always.
Hey, happy Halloween to you as well, kind sir.
I hope you got plenty of candy.
I've got a mate over in Canada at the moment, went to the falls, and he's just seeing your trees, and he's always wanted to go to Canada in the fall, and he's there now, absolutely loving it. The trees are beautiful at the moment out there, aren't they? They're just turning that way out here.
I must admit, I'd love to visit Canada.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely. It's for us, so we can't get our heads around the size of it, can we? Because just going to Scotland, for us, is a long way, but for Canada, it's absolutely huge.
It's not just that though. You think we mentioned before Australia. We could lose the entire UK within the outback of Australia and still not find it. That's how big the place is. It's amazing. I mean,
you can't get your head around it.
You just can't. To us, we drive.
Yeah, we want to visit, definitely.
To us, we drive 20 minutes. We pass 4 different counties. In the States or Canada and that, you still drive for 4 or 5 hours. You're still in the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And over time zones and everything. It must be crazy. You want to meet someone at a certain time and you're going to work out time zones and things. And yet, for people out there, it's normal, isn't it? Canada's amazing. I've been down. Oh, the Rockies. Oh my God, I bet they're stunning. Bet they really are. Where's what you're saying?
I'm sure it's about chocolate. He loves his chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it just is just a fascinating place, and it's just gone on me. But there you go. That's the thing about internet in Nuneaton. Hello, you're back. Hello.
I started connection.
You went or me?
You went.
Oh, okay. I don't know who went. All right.
We're both. Spooky stuff's happening.
Yeah, spooky stuff. Oh, I love you minstrels.
Oh yes, he likes the Galaxy minstrels.
Oh, awesome in Edmonton. I knew a family who were in Saskatchewan, and I sort of always wanted to go there, but I lost touch with them now, which is a shame. But always had an open invite. But Yeah. One thing I can say though that those devices, as soon as they put them up, they were going off all the time. Now nothing's happening. So it's great when you do get a change, isn't it?
Yeah, but just instead of turning the internet off.
Well, we never. When you do these, you never know really what's going to happen, do you? Because
Yes, with
I've even
technology.
had voices on. Like sometimes you can be chatting, and there's like a voice has come through, and it's not me or the guest. It's not an echo from me. But
Quite weird.
hey, here we go. Got a red one there. That's good.
It's a traffic light system.
Yeah, traffic light system. Better. Yeah. So they're devices that if a sudden temperature, it gets hotter, it goes red. If it gets colder, it goes blue. But for some reason, I don't think Spirit interact and use it how they should. I think they just do it just to go, hello, I'm here.
Let's see what this does. Let's see what happens, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it's on red again. We had blue earlier, and actually it feels really cold around me at the moment. But it's just one of those, isn't it? We don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to the ghost walk on 31st anyway, around Ashby Castle and stuff. So that'd be interesting. Nice spooky castle to look round and walk round.
It's weird because I had a flashback memory today because I don't have it right now, but I still got my bowler hat where I did my ghost walk.
Oh, bless you.
When I lived in Doncaster, yeah, I did the Doncaster's first official ghost walk. I had my attire, I've got a genuine Victorian bowler hat, which I've still got in my room next door. And I dug it out today. I thought, crikey, I also found my Blockbuster membership card. Yeah, and I thought I'd try me out. It brings back a few memories. I look like Mr. Ben.
Oh, bless you. I'm sorry I missed that. I'm really sorry I missed it because Von Hunter went, didn't she? She really enjoyed it.
It got some really good reviews apparently, so I'm quite happy with how it went.
Yeah.
It just I can't carry it on, but obviously I'm in a new county now, so who knows? Around here I could create something similar.
Yeah. Oh, where's your favourite haunt then, Barry?
My favourite haunt? Oh, if it's public, it's probably Doncaster Aircraft Museum. That's
right, okay.
Great location. But then again, York, my family is from York originally. I was christened in York. I spent most of my childhood in York. And you've got outside, they've got a park at York. Everybody associates York Minster and stuff like that in the train station. But outside York's town station, there's a park, and I can't remember what it's called. But that is notoriously haunted. And I think that's a good location for freebies.
I think I've seen it on the coach trip. So you've got the railway station on the left, the big one.
You come out the train station, you go over the bridge. You go over the bridge, you go towards the Minster.
Yeah.
On the left-hand side, next to the leopard hospital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's that is notoriously haunted. It's a museum, basically.
Interesting.
And again, old train stations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they've got a museum as well, haven't they?
That's right. Yeah.
So what's that? Train or bus or something? It's transport museum, isn't it?
We got the railway museum.
Yeah, that's it. But you know, you've got the transport, haven't you? And you know, who knows what's attached with with the and the trains and stuff. So it is. Yeah, you just don't know, do you? I'm actually going to the castle in Wales from I'm a Celebrity at the weekend with National Paranormal Investigators and United in Paranormal are there as well because it's a group share thing. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I've never been there yet. So yeah.
And another thing I forgot to mention, I'm looking into as well. I'm looking into dreams.
Ah, yes.
Yes, I do have a vast library on dreams. I've got quite a few books. I do have a few books on dreams, but recently I've been having some not weird dreams, but having some quite vivid dreams. And I've like the other night for a start, I was dreaming. I was having a tarot reading.
Okay.
And they're saying dreams you cannot read and write, but I can read and write in my dreams. Everything's in full colour as well. But I want to look more into it as well as with dreams, what I mean and stuff. But sometimes I forget I've had a dream, and then later on I'll remember it. And I thought, crikey, I need to remember that, and I forget to remember it.
Yeah, the day before I got the doll, I was having horrendous dreams.
Yeah.
Basically about the doll as well. So whether it's my subconscious listening to what I've been warned about, by taking on a doll just in case something does happen. Have got things in my house anyway. I've got like 2 dolls, a dodgy mirror, and some little items in a little bag as well.
Yeah.
I did a mediumship night. Barry John does lessons, so I went to a lesson the other night, and people were like doing psychometry with them, and they were so spot on as to what they were getting with these items, which is fascinating. And it's
Psych-
something, I think it's something I've had for about 5 or 6 years, these items.
yeah.
And I'm quiet about what they are, who they belong to, but I'm generally getting evidence really to validate what they are.
Yeah.
And
So these items, then, I won't ask what they are, but where do you source these? Will they give it donated to yourself, or do you buy them?
no, the mirror and them were purchased from collector, a US Haunted Museum, I believe.
Yeah.
And my friend Patricia and Farrar, she had them, and she said, like, they're in a drawer. And she put on her Facebook, does anyone want them? You can pay what I paid for them.
Yeah.
So I paid the same price as what she'd paid for them.
Yeah.
It was a time when I thought, I'd started going to haunted antiques. I had started going there by then. So obviously it's within the last 6 years.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, yeah, let's give it a go. And like loads of people wanted them, but I knew her and she knew that I'd look after them. Now, some people will go, oh, I've got this, I've got that. Well, I've got them. I keep them quiet. I sometimes post a picture of them saying, what do people get from this?
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to gain evidence, really. It's just a long-term project.
Do you think it's possible then to actually pick up something from a picture of an item?
Yeah,
An item what's allegedly haunted. Do you think it's possible for someone to say this has got an attachment by just looking at a photograph?
If they're a good medium, potentially.
Yeah.
I think you need the skill to be able to do it.
Yeah, because I mean, I can read faces. People can read palms and stuff like that. And look at someone's picture. It could be hundreds of miles away, thousands of miles away. It may give you a reading. Sometimes it's accurate, sometimes it's not. It's like look of a draw type thing, where it's like when people go to meet mediums who aren't quite of, let's say, good character, and they can read body language, that kind of stuff. They know what you want to hear. They know what you want to hear.
Oh wow.
I mean, what is it? What piques your interest in an item, Jack? Would you say it's something? What if someone says this is haunted, this has got this? I can't have it in my house. This is demonic. Would that appeal to you, or would you want more information about it?
Yeah, I've been knocking on the door straight away. But you don't necessarily believe what they're saying.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, how can you validate it? How can you validate an item's haunted? I mean, there's no way to do it.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I passed it. Hello, hope you're all right. Get a sense of something from a photo drawing, and you see it. I could get imagery sometimes in my head about things. Do you remember conducting a tour for haunted happenings on Pendle Hill? Ooh. I need to go. At the ruins of a cottage belonging to the Davis family in 1612, convicted witches, Kerry, a member of the group, found what called a spell bag left by someone. On return to the Midlands, she was rushed to hospital. Ooh. Yeah, I believe that. I really do.
I must admit, I've been to Pendle just once.
I've seen it. I've been in the churchyard, but I was. We were. My friend was the salesperson, so we just ended up sort of going there. Oh, I knew about a music box and had experiences during COVID and wasn't part of the group who had a Zoom where it was part of it. Yeah. But I've done Zoom developments, and you can read people, and you've got family members coming through and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you're like getting images in your head with that, then are you? It's the same as looking at a photo, isn't it?
Yeah, it's many years ago. I was doing an online, not so much a show, like it was private one-to-one with somebody, and she was telling me that this is before I lived down here, and she was saying to me, "I've got someone with me," and this is like it was a StreamYard thing at the time. It was private, and she said, "There's someone with you right now." And I thought, how can you tell me by that? How can you tell me that by just talking to me online? It's a bit odd. It's like a TV, but two-way TV type thing. And she was picking up on stuff. But I'll be honest with you, stuff she came out with wasn't that accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's medium's interpretation of something as well.
Yeah.
So they might sort of get an image of something, but the way they sort of say it might
Not quite work.
automatically
Yeah.
make you say no,
Yeah.
but they might be close. Because
Yeah.
there's a group I'm on where people put a photo of themselves
Yeah.
and sort of say, "Do you get anything from me?" And I all of a sudden I've got a name, got images in my head, blah blah blah. I posted it, and they're going, "Nothing to do with me." Well, it ain't to do with me. Where have I got it from? You know what I mean? Where have I got these random thoughts from? But yeah, it's weird. Met mediums who told me stuff and described my home. Yeah,
Mm.
it is fascinating, isn't it?
It is fascinating. I remember years ago when I it was, I remember the day as well. It's a Wednesday, and I lived and worked in Wakefield once again, and it was my day off from work. I worked at a DIY store at the time, and Terry, one of the people I used to work with, she says, "I'm off to this medium who lives in South Hempsall, not too far away. Would you want to come with me?" She knows onto all that kind of stuff. She says, "I'll come with you." Yeah. And this medium, though, she was called Betty Wilson at the time. She's probably passed
Right.
away by now, because she was elderly at the time. And
Okay.
I said, "Yeah, I'll come with you." And I'd like to book myself in if possible. She never advertised. It was all word of mouth
Oh,
stuff.
she's that good, yeah.
Yeah, and so she arranged it for me to get a reading as well. So we met up on a Wednesday morning, drove there, and she was first. It was above an hairdresser's, like a nice little bungalow type flat. And you went in nice and cozy, and she went in first, and she went. She a little while later, she came out crying. Did Terry? I thought, what's wrong? She said,
Wow.
the stuff she told me, I could not understand what she thought. Surely, she's ever said something. What's it's a nerve or something, or and when it was my turn, she says before she introduced herself to me, she said, I don't tell me. First of all, don't tell me a thing about yourself. I don't want to hear a thing, and just listen to what I've got to tell you. But I mean, first of all, have you got anything I can hold? What you wear all the time? So
Oh,
personal. So
okay, yeah.
I love watches, and so I gave me a wristwatch at the time, and she held it. She gave me it back straight away, and from that she got my nan. And not just the way she dressed and that, because obviously in the 70s, 80s, everyone dressed a certain way, especially the elderly and stuff like that. And I thought, maybe. And but the other stuff, mannerisms, how she was before she passed away.
Oh,
And
wow.
things she used to say to me, I thought, how can she know that from my watch? And
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it?
I thought, there's something there, but how can she know what she's told me? And I thought at the time, I mean, by all means, I mean, there are bad ones out there, but
Yeah.
what she gave me was quite impressive. And the stuff she told me, how she told me it, and the mannerisms, the way, the times, the dates, I thought, she could not possibly know that. She does not know me from Adam. And
Wow.
but to this day, I thought I mean, she was obviously passed away by now, I'm guessing. And but it's a gift she had, and she's obviously taken it back with her. But I can't forget what she told me, and I thought it's one of the most genuine ones I've actually encountered.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is fascinating because the items that I mentioned to you, I've had a
yeah,
lot of mediums hold them.
yeah,
I went on an investigation and passed them to Mark Penn,
yeah.
who Yorkshire Ghost Hunts at the time,
Yeah, I know,
and
mate. Yeah,
he got my mum through.
yeah,
But that's because I've been carrying them in my bag. You know, I've
yeah,
been touching them too much. So what I've done is put them away. So they
yeah,
had been untouched for about a year. Before
yeah,
then, when I took them to the lesson just over a week ago with Barry,
yeah,
and then people were getting things. I had Derek Okora hold them.
yeah,
I sort of said, Derek, would you mind holding this? And he says, no problem. He held it, then he passed it straight back to me and says, oh, okay, I'll, come back to me later.
yeah.
And if he did really get something strong from them, if he actually did pick up what they were about,
Yeah,
then he would have been confused as to why, to get that imagery from them.
yeah.
It's fascinating. So, yeah, it's, it is intriguing. There are so many bad ones out there. That's right.
I agree. Yeah.
And
Mm.
you can't tell, can you? Because I used to work with a guy who said he was good at cold reading.
Yeah,
And he sort of challenged mediums, really, because he was that good at cold reading.
yeah.
And he sort of challenged to see if he could give a reading just by looking at someone's reactions and stuff like that. And yeah, he said he was good at it.
Yeah, looks like before mentioned before, people are good at body language, reading people's
That's
mannerisms and stuff.
right.
Yeah.
That's it. So, you know, that is fascinating.
I must admit, in my old age, I've become more skeptical, I must admit. And I've got to the stage now, if a ghost comes up to me, I want to see its ID first. So, but
Well,
no,
I'm
I think
terrible
it's
with
not a
those
bad
things.
thing. It's not a bad thing to be. It's just that I'm not duped as much. I see people do things and I can mannerisms and think, yeah, I can see where this is going and stuff. But I don't
Mm.
confront them unless they're trying to do something out of that money or something. If it was that was the instance, I'd say something. But because they're picking up off something, yeah, I am old.
Well, then get back to work.
Yeah.
Cheers, Mark. Oh, are you in Hawaii? Are you? You still in Hawaii? Yeah,
Why?
yeah. Went to Hawaii rather than coming to the UK. See some stunning
Wine shirt
places.
on as well. I can imagine him going at all this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh wow, must be a fantastic experience. Really must. But yeah, uh, I think I see more now than I used to. And why do you think that is, Natasha? Do you find that you're more open or something? Because I was at investigation the other night, and we got quite a lot happening with us, and then I was asked to help and sort of join a group who weren't getting anything. And no matter what I did, nothing was happening. But the thing was, they're that close off to it, nothing would happen.
Yeah.
But I think within paranormal, I might be wrong. I think you go along doing paranormal for so long and you get the bleepy, flashy things and everything, you know, think, wow, you know. But then if you carry on long enough, one time you're going to be shown something which is so crazy,
Yeah.
which you cannot explain any way. You know, like I had this little girl get right close and it's like she was controlling my body, which is really weird at Matlock Pavilion. And it's true that reason that I do this every week because
Yeah.
I've seen it and it's just fascinating.
Well, it's fascinating. I mean, I've experienced things myself, but I think, like I said, as I get older, I'm becoming more skeptical and more realistic in a way. Because I know everything's. I mean, I know technology, how technology works, and
Yeah,
there's nothing on the market specifically created to design to detect a ghost or a spirit. Because how can you detect something you don't know the base elements of? It's impossible.
that's right.
If you
Yeah,
can get items what manipulate the air or the temperatures around you and stuff like that, by all means, and you can fluctuate things around them, but it doesn't mean it's spiritual as well. But
that's
until
it.
we get that physical, for me, my perfect evidence would be photographic. I mean,
But
I've seen things myself, but every time I experience something, I've had no way recording it. It's always been I'm not ready for it.
yeah, but do you think you can capture if you see something? Do you think you can get that on camera?
And I'm
Because
not quick enough.
because your eyes pick it up. Would a camera pick it up?
Yeah, but then again, if you're saying, like I said, when I've experienced something, I've not had a camera with me. I've been driving at one instance while driving
Yeah,
or walking somewhere, but not having a camera or anything with me. By the time you get that out or in your phone, it's gone.
yeah.
And it's a rare opportunity to get paranormal experiences like that. It's like 99.9% you're not going to get anything. It's like 0.1% you get something, and you cannot judge that. You cannot experiment on it. You cannot plan this. It's like these TV shows. Have a camera set up in a certain location, and then the activity is just slightly off. For me, it doesn't brush.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, that's right.
It
Things are.
doesn't convince me that. If you're going to pan a bit, have a camera at two different angles, one in the corner room, one in the opposite corner. So maybe the cameras are facing each other. Makes it more credible.
Yeah, that's
Having
right.
just one camera locked off in an area, like I said, the activity is slightly off screen. I mean, I could say something now, I can film something now and say it's a spirit what's done it. The camera cannot see it.
Yeah,
But I don't do that. I'm not like that. But unfortunately, some people out there are. But I mean, for that evidence, for me, it'd have to be tangent for me to be able to capture it, and it'd be perfect for me. But then again, once I produce the evidence, people are going to say, "Oh, it's not real."
yeah,
But no matter
that's
what you
right.
do, so that for me, I'm not trying to convince anybody else that's paranormal. I was convincing myself. Things I've experienced. I think, yeah, I'm happy with what I've experienced, but I'd like a little bit more if possible.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that's right.
yeah.
It's But then that's what I do it for as well, for me.
Yeah,
To get
exactly.
experiences, to get stories, to try and
Yeah, I'm not here to convince anybody else.
you put two and two together, don't you? For
Yeah.
the best in the you just try and work things out the best you can, and whether you get in four and you might work it out, you might get the theory, then something
Yeah.
else will blow it apart.
Yeah.
And that's it, isn't it? What I don't like to publicly admit it, here we go from Mark. I've noticed that as I've aged, I'm becoming more and more sensitive. I'm starting to notice more around me. And you were a massive skeptic, weren't you, Mark? So it's like, well, yeah, you don't want to publicly admit it, but you know, like you will sort of debunk most things, won't you? And is that because you're investigating, and because you're investigating, you're looking for answers, or you're getting more? And if you'd have just stayed in your house, going out to clubs or doing what you do, you know, going out for meals and things, nothing would have, you know, sort of grown. But because you're actually going out looking for things, then you're becoming more aware because of the energy around you. Maybe, I don't know. What do you think, Barry?
It's similar to me in a way, because I mean I do go out on public events. I host, as you know, and but it's not. Oh, there's always one. There's always one, isn't there?
How's it your office?
I'll tidy it. Oh, yeah, it's tidy now.
Yeah, but it's all right if you got cobwebs hanging because it's Halloween.
There's no cobwebs. That's one thing we've got visiting here. There's no cobwebs. So you're all right in that respect.
Oh, that's funny. Have experienced so much. It takes a lot for you not to believe. And like the sort of as Natasha and Andy's saying, when I lost my dog, I sort of connected better. It's really weird. So
I think that's as well. I think as well, grief can play a big part in it as well.
Yeah, that's right. So do they then sort of help with the doorway, you know, and they help the connection more? Bless you. That's not bad. It's books in bookshelves, isn't it?
This is information. This is technology. This is not technology. This is educational stuff. It's all books and things to learn about. Books are good. Yeah.
That's right. I've got some random shit on the shelf, but hey.
Yeah. I've had to borrow this because I can't get to my office.
But
it's like I said before, grief and that doesn't have to be human, like animals. I mean, like I said before, when I was growing up as a child, my mum had chihuahuas, and there was one of them in particular passed away when I was 17, and I know that dog all my life. Yeah. You do miss them. You do miss them.
Oh God, yeah. The thing was, like, the dog was with me all the time, and yet my family, they're not. You miss them, but they were down the road in a house, and you know, you can still think that we're down the road in the house until you want to visit them. You know, it can be a way of dealing with the grief, can't it, in a way?
I think the way to look at it, I mean, how I look at, I was talking to somebody about a while back about this, and about the death being it's not the final answer. It's not the final chapter of the book. We carry on in some other way. Like people always say, energies change formation, which they do. You can't destroy energy; it just changes form. Yeah, and I think we move into a different aspect of whether it's time related, whatever it's related, spiritual time or whatever. We don't disappear. I think in a way I like to look at it is if you can still remember them, you haven't gone.
Yeah, that's right.
They're still with us.
Yeah, because even when they're there, you're living off memories. Like if they're in their house doing whatever at night, you know, and that they're in your memory, even when they're around on this plane, aren't they? And
it's similar kind of thing to when you're not with somebody. I mean, just because they're not with you doesn't mean they've gone.
That's right.
It's similar in spiritual world. Just that we haven't been able to bridge that gap just yet and find a way to communicate two ways.
That's right. So Natasha, your husband never believed he's an electrical engineer. Everything was black and white. But before he died, he swore he saw a man with huge boots in the gallery landing area. And and that's it, isn't it? Anybody can see at any time, and it's when they're shown, isn't it?
That's right. That's it. You cannot predetermine these. I mean, you could go to, like I said, we go to locations and set your cameras up, and you don't get it, but it does not happen. And like I said before, you tend to find whatever activity does go off side of screen. Are they aware? If that's the case, if it is genuine, are they aware if there being videos and there's like some kind of taboo rule that cannot be photographed? Who knows?
Yeah. Well, this is it. I often wonder about these rules.
Yeah.
And I've even asked Spirit because, if they're on this plane, we know that they pass. They're on that plane. But you can't get any information from any of them. Like, there's some who are quite, like the Spirit from 1999, what we got quite an investigation we were able to talk to, and he was going ha on the Ouija board. And he's going, how do you do this? Because then he is asking us how we're communicating him on the board. And that's like a different take. But he was a landlord in 1999. That's when he passed.
Yeah.
And, when you have got a spirit that you can actually talk to, it is fascinating, but they won't tell you what happens between here and there.
Yeah. And you don't get full conversations. It's broken words or sentences. I mean,
that's right.
To have a full conversation would be the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
You'd also need a confident way of creating that medium basically between, whether it's a spirit board, which spirit boards are all well and good, but it's still, again, is it the ideometry effect? Do we create the movement subconsciously?
Yeah,
we need something out, and technology, you cannot trust technology enough now, because you've got Wi-Fi waves, you've got infrared, you've got all these different motions, and all these are actually interfering with what we use. So and like I said before, there's nothing out there specifically designed to detect or create the image of a spiritual entity. I mean, how can you create something you don't know the base elements of, like I said before?
Yeah,
we need a new medium. That's what it is. There is something out there. It's just we haven't got it yet. We haven't found it yet. It'd be something simple as well.
Yeah, that's right. That's it. We're all really trying, aren't we? And
copying. It's like I mentioned. It's like I mentioned with Parameter in my speech. We are copycatting. Everyone does the same thing over and over again. We're not evolving.
Yeah, that's right. But you have conversations. You call out. You try different objects, don't you? To try and get interaction with them, be an old-fashioned bell, be it a flashy light, be it a whatever. And like, I do like these because they do work on scientific measurement.
Yeah, that's good. That's it. Maybe at least there is something out coming now. There's something on the horizon to show that we are looking more advanced with the technology side of it in a way. It's not derived from something else. It's created specifically to do that job.
Yeah, that's right.
It's and again, way we ask the questions as well. I believe we are asking the wrong questions. Like I said, we're doing it again over and over again. It's can you knock this? Can you tap this? If I was a spirit or a ghost, I think, Jill, I'm not a bear. I'm not like a novelty piece to do this and ring bells and stuff. We need to look at it more in a more educational way, a more intelligent way of doing it, instead of asking things to blow this, touch this, make this flash.
I know, it's hard, isn't it?
It is. It's in a way, it's derogatory towards
it. You're caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
You've got something, haven't you, really? And you've got that moment, and you're there, and it's there, and you are just trying to get some evidence that something is with you.
Well, again, it's not the evidence, is it? An experience is not evidence. An evidence is something tangible you can record.
Yeah.
EVPs, for example. EVPs do intrigue me, I must admit.
Yeah, I've heard some good ones. Yeah.
I have got 2 recorders. I've got one that Ames bought me for my birthday, a nice little one. I've also got a tape deck as well, a proper tape, like Walkman type thing, which is, it automatically records on activation. So I can put on play, but it won't play until it senses something. And that's from 1980. And that's from 1980s. And that's a brilliant piece of kit.
Yeah, I've got was it QR80 or something, which is the they had the DR60 and then it was picking up too much apparently, so they got a new version, and I've got the newer version, which is a shame. That's a lot cheaper to buy than the DR60. Claudette sending best wishes to you, but we don't do readings on here. But I hope your sister is okay. All right. Sending hugs to you. But look after yourself, as well.
All the best.
It must be hard. So things happen for a reason. Reason is to convince both the believer and the non-believer. Your husband saw the boots and was meant to see them to make him believe, and that's it, isn't it? We've got Bob here. So Bob's from Southampton. I've just gone and screwed up my laptop again. Yeah, here we go. Pressing the wrong buttons. Bob, how you doing? From Southampton. So until something comes along, we're stuck with what we have. Hence, everything does the same thing, and everyone does the same thing, and that's it, isn't it?
I agree. We are. We start copycatted because no one knows any different. It needs someone out there. I mean, it doesn't matter who it is, where they come from. If they've got the attributes to do it, and they are looking at it intelligently and honestly, I mean, it can't be a bad thing. We do need the new avenues to go down, but until that happens, we just full circle again. We're not evolving.
But then you can't have laboratory conditions either, and this is the thing.
No, you can't.
Like you've got so many different factors, environmental factors around you.
I agree. Yeah.
Like even if you're in the same house, and you know, like I've got an idea for some investigation thing, and I'm going to try it, and I keep meaning to, and whatever.
Yeah.
Now I've got the doll, so I've got that project as well. And it's like, well, yeah, it might be similar day in, day out, but you've got different weather. You've got your different mood of the day. You know, if you've been through a really bad day, you've got, you know, you can be fed up, you can be happy. So you've got that come into the equation as well.
It's
so
not just that.
I think
it's not just that as well. You mentioned before as well about seasonal and that Halloween. Yeah. We're expecting that ghosts and haunts and people to pop up, but Christmas is just the same kind of people have experience. I think at Christmas as well, people are more prone to picking up spiritual activity because what we tend to do, we're more sentimental about things people have lost or people can't be with.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's for a lot of people, Christmas is a sad time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's where they bring back a lot of memories, and to them, the ghosts are still with them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I did have a reading from Barry John quite a few years ago, and I sort of said, he said my mum's around. I says, right then, can you ask my mum if she'll come and show herself at Christmas? Because I think my sister would connect really well, but she just hides the fact. Like when Dad was ill, she'd know that mum was around and things like that, but she like denies it.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, when the time's right, then, you know, something will happen. So I decided that the right time, I decided, you know, it was Christmas Day. And I went to my sister's and I got there before her husband's family did.
Yeah.
And I've got a bag of presents in front of me. So we just sat there and I basically said, Mum, if you're there, can you sort of make yourself known? And the present bag fell over.
Yeah.
And it was lovely, you know, and I think the sister kind of denied it, but it was the timing of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the timings again, but it is a weird one because, like I said before, I had many years ago when my kids were little, we used to have a cat, and lovely little thing. He used to follow him to school, and he'd make his own way back home. But unfortunately, one day he got hit by a car, and the commando crawled. This kid, obviously, luckily the kids didn't see it happen. He was on his way back, and he crawled under this edge. But luckily, the person who hit him, she reported it, and they were chipped, and took him to the local vet, and his back end was just gone. Quite sadly, we couldn't do anything for him. But a lovely temperament. He thought it was a dog, actually. In fairness to him, so they said to us, we can't do anything for him. So we'd have to, in case, we'd have to put him to sleep, unfortunately. And we had a chat with the kids at the time, and they understood it. And so I thought, I want to be there with him. I don't want to just do it and not be there. So at least I'm a familiar face, basically.
Yeah, you have to be there.
Yeah, so I went with it. I went there, and when we did it, and it was on the table, and they were holding him and soaking his head. And the minute he lost his last gasp, this is no word of a lie as well. And it went, the clock fell off the wall. Yeah.
Wow.
The second, the vet says that's never happened before, and it was nailed up. It's actually a proper screw in the wall. So that had never happened before. I mean, 3:10, exactly the same when it happened.
That's interesting.
The minute Toby, the cat, he won't call him Toby, but the minute he lost his last breath, the cat fell down.
That happened with my Charlie. That happened with Charlie. So
yeah,
I was on the floor with him in the vet's room, and
yeah.
Then as it happened, just after it happened, the radiator behind me rattled massively.
Yeah.
No reason. And the timing was just there.
It just shows the energies. If he's obviously with cats, with a cat, the same with that as well. The energies have been released with such ferocity. It's affected the items around it. Obviously, being the clock. But I thought it was just coincidental for that to happen when it did.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? You haven't got any evidence that it was or it wasn't, but the timing, it just
exactly.
It is so, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, so husband Shelley has a radio. We plugged it in, it wouldn't work. Unplugged it. My neighbour turned it on and said, "Oh, that doesn't work." The radio played "Sky Full of Stars" by Coldplay, my husband's favourite, then promptly turned off and never came back on again.
Wow.
Oh, that's amazing, isn't it? That's kind of beautiful, isn't it? Really.
That's like they're trying to let you know that we're still with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so moving, isn't it? Something like that.
Especially a poignant song as well. It could be a random song, but that's something that means something to you.
Yeah, Andy says if you ever needed a sign, there it is, and yeah.
I think we all need signs at times, don't we? That
reassurance. Gosh, yeah, we definitely do.
It doesn't matter who you are, what you do. We all need that reassurance. Sometimes we all get days we feel down and stuff, and you think, I need a bit of a boost, and sometimes that's when it happens.
Yeah, it's like now it's winter. It's like, oh gosh, I felt the other night. It's like, oh no, the clocks have changed. It's like horrible. I like Halloween, but I don't like the sort of winter.
We do like Halloween. Yeah, Christmas is not the same anymore. Kids have all grown up, and
no, it's weird.
Christmas is too commercial. I think everything is these days. I mean, I'm not religious in any way whatsoever, but I mean, I can understand the aspects behind Christmas, the meaning behind it, but it's a case of Christmas is these days. What can I get for something? You feel forced to buy things people don't need, and and it's just like hours in queues and traffic, or if it's just this is just one for one. Every panic buys just for one day.
Yeah, I get it from Amazon, so I kind of do it the lazy way. I'm really not very good at shopping. I try and avoid Nottingham. Like even when I did purchase presents, I just used to go to Nottingham once a year, really, and just do some Christmas shopping. But yeah, but now it's just like Amazon, and it's hard, isn't it? What to get people, and once people get to a certain age, like children, you know what they want. They've got a list, That's it. It's more like, can you afford it?
It's like a toilet paper. It's that long.
I know, that's right. It's like, at least you've got some indication, but
it's like you said with adults and stuff. You're forced to buy people stuff. You think, what? I hope they're going to like this. And again, money again. Not everyone's got a lot of money these days. Everything's so expensive.
It's so changed, isn't it? And
yeah, it does. And when I was
a kid, going to get more grim as well soon. Yeah.
I remember as a kid, things I had as a kid, and simple things. I used to love the simple things. Riding my bike, I used to love that. And but it's the odd toys and stuff. But toys in them days were meant to last as well.
Yeah.
But then again, children's toys again. I mean, you get some lovely odd toys, and would you? I mean, possessions, for example, spiritual possessions. People go about haunted dolls and things like that with possession, but it could be anything.
Yeah, that's right.
A child's favourite toy. Anything. I mean, she's coming back again.
She's coming back. The special Halloween outfit on. But yeah, she's. I wonder if she will start. Here she is. Hello, Bella. She's not very awake now, is she?
None of us are.
Yeah. I heard something, Natasha. The thing was, I don't know if my tortoise woke up and scratched. It's like I heard like scraping, something scraped alongside me. But sometimes the tortoise does that. Like she's gone into hibernation.
Yeah.
So, but occasionally she'll just stretch. It was really weird at the Parameet. So there was a doll there similar to this, and it does have some sort of history with it. In fact, it caused a house to be haunted.
What's your take on haunted? So what's your take on haunted dolls then? Do you believe a spirit would actually inhabit a doll rather than anything else around it?
Well, this is a question, isn't it? So, let's see, like, if I record it talking now, what will it do in time? Like the one on the Parameet, okay? Somebody, Julie from JV Paranormal, Julie sort of said, "Hello, Bella, what do you want to say to me?" It growled in her ear, then said something unpleasant. It swore at her in her ear. So this at the moment is it's a Lover Bell doll. So it's from eBay. So I've met one which swore, so I wondered if I could get one which swears eventually. So
I might start telling you Chinese.
Just over, it's got a Halloween outfit on for now.
Yeah.
But yeah, she likes that.
It's ticklish.
Must be. But yeah, it's strange, isn't it? But I'll put her down. Maybe she'll shut up in a minute, go to sleep. Yeah, she's feeling tired. That's good. Yeah.
I know she feels. Pardon me. Yawn.
Why did it just go to sleep quickly? Yeah, that's it. Got peace and quiet now. Yeah. But yeah, it is fascinating, isn't it? Now that blue light's started even more. So yeah.
Green.
If they're familiar with the object, I think so. In a prison, we had a device in a doorway and told Dave to put it away because the spirits thought it was a bomb, and after that they moved it. Laser grid went off. Oh my gosh. And that's it, isn't it? They don't know. You don't know. Like, you've got something, you put it in a doorway and they don't actually know what it is.
That's true,
and if something's flashing, like, how scary is that? Because they don't understand electrics, do they? In some eras.
Right. That's it, because imagine talking to a spirit, for example, from the 1600s, 1700s. There's nothing like that about the 80s, 90s, maybe. But when it comes to more modern tech, people don't they say, "Can you talk to this box? What's flashing?" Blah blah blah. But their terminology is they might not even see this thing. But one of the theories, I was talking to somebody a while back about it. They can only see us. They can see us, but they can't see anything inanimate around us. So they pick up on our energies like we would theirs, but they can't see anything. Like we can't see anything in their hands. They can't see anything in our hands. So to them, all they see is us and no gadgets around us or whatever. That's one of the theories, anyway.
It's odd, isn't it? Because like, do they have to be mediums to connect with us?
Don't know. It does make you wonder. Do they see us like we see them once in a blue moon?
There was an investigation I did at Drakelow, bless it, and was speaking to spirit and sort of said, "Well, how do you see us?" And they saw us as shadows, just like we see them as shadows sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating. It's really cold around me again. She's behind me on the floor, so don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I just love her, and this sort of it suits my mind. I'm very inquisitive.
Yeah. It's like curiosity, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
About them. They know what we're like, but obviously, does their emotions and intent evolve like we do? Where every day we grow up, we learn new things. Does it say just in the spirit world? Do they still learn and grow on like we would in the physical world, or are they like closed off and they can learn no more? Are they stuck in a loop?
Yeah,
where we wake up every day and evolve. We learn new things, do different things, try a new skill, or find something new to eat or drink or whatever. And we adapt that way. But is it the same for the spirit world, or is it just like I said, are they doing the same thing day in, day out?
That's right. Because I did speak to a spirit in the Robin Hood Legacy. It's now gone, sadly, as a location.
Yeah.
And he was trying to describe where the doors and the windows were, because the layout was actually different where he lived from what it is now.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's fascinating as well, isn't it?
And that's why some people encounter a ghost walking through a wall because there
Well,
used to be a
that's
door
right,
or something
yeah.
like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the treasurer's house theory, isn't it, really?
It is, yes. Yes, I love that place.
Yeah, it's, you know, and it's one of the more well-known ghost stories, isn't it?
And it's been credentialed as well because it's one of the most traceable ones as well. They can actually trace what he's encountered.
Yes, that's right.
Makes it more
Yeah,
credible as well.
it's
There's not many
naughty.
ghost stories you can actually accreditate with history as well, because history, I believe history is paranormal history go well together. You cannot have one without the other.
Yeah,
And if they collaborate each other, it's even better.
certainly into history more than I was at school because it was quite
Yeah.
boring.
I
You know,
didn't mind
two
history
things
actually. I
there.
must admit. I must admit, I
It
did
was
like
all
history.
right, but some of it wasn't kind of relevant.
Yeah.
I guess I'm more intrigued by it now because of what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I believe you have to become what you're searching for. Understand it, what you're searching for as well.
yeah,
It's okay looking at a textbook, so we've got MBB8 walking around, that's it. But you don't know his lifestyle, you don't know his history, people he's interacting with and stuff like that. You have to become what you're searching for in a way.
yeah.
Become a prey. In a way, become a prey. Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm. Like trigger objects dressed up and stuff like that, become a trigger object. I've done that before in the past.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
there's a term for it, isn't there?
Yeah.
Uh,
Bait.
yeah. No, there's some word for the experiment. So Natasha, spirit of aware of the new layouts. For example, I live in a 300-year-old house, but it's changed from a cottage to a large home. I often see them standing, looking confused. There was a man who couldn't get over the flat TV I had. Oh wow.
I can understand that because, like I said,
Yeah.
my dad died in 1989, and the things we've got now, we never had them. Simple things, I mean, like iPods and phones you can order your food on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Watches, you can do everything. Mobile phones even. There were not contact lenses. I wear contact lenses. There were none of that in them days.
No,
And
that's
to,
right.
to, to him, I mean, if he understands, if he's about there and understands all this, by all means. But I think, that's why I think they don't. I think they don't. They get to a certain point when they pass, they lock off from that. They don't evolve from there on. They still do what they do in their in their time zone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
Yeah. It's like my mum she couldn't get to grips with computers.
oh, I still can.
So, you know, she passed about 8
Yeah,
years ago.
yeah.
But she never really got to grips with computers.
Mm.
Yeah, I need to understand more what it does have, to be fair. And yeah, I need to look into it and how it
Yeah.
actually works. It's just arrived, so yeah. But yeah, they can't
It'd
move forward.
have been fun if she'd have been activated in the box like Postman's delivering her. Started
Well,
talking in the box.
well, I know they were horrible because they didn't put batteries in there.
No
So
batteries
it
included.
would have been quite funny.
You had to buy your own batteries.
I had to buy me in batteries, yeah. So she arrived, it's like, oh shit, she hasn't got any batteries in. No. So like straight away, like as soon as I could, I had to go get some batteries. Yeah. But you know, we just got questions, and if we can try and find answers, and we just do,
Yeah,
you know, we just see what theories we can come up with.
that's right. But like I said, we need them people out there to do something different.
Yeah, but what, you know?
That's it. That's the thing. And it will happen one day.
So the doll's actually a mass-produced doll called Lover Babe, I think.
It's made in China.
And it's just one of those. I don't know if they make them anymore, but they are on eBay. And yeah, I bought one. And because I was due to meet one, I mentioned it like a bit ago, but there's one in 2019 I was due to meet. There's a series of houses which had hauntings happening in them, and a team, Julie Holiday, Equinox Paranormal, they went into these houses and found that the common denominator was the fact that they had these dolls in them, and
Yeah.
they swore, you know. And she's now accumulated 7 of them, and whenever she takes a new one into the house, it will start swearing. So it's quite interesting.
Yeah, because kids' toys should not swear.
Oh, Chatty Cathy dolls. Ooh. Oh, okay. That's another brand I might look at. Yeah, they could sit them in the corner and talk. I think I want a Furby as well.
Oh yeah, Furbies. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, like, if they can be used as vessels, that's a question, isn't it?
That's
I
it.
have,
Yeah. Trigger objects, vessels, and it's
yeah,
like it doesn't have to be just a doll. I mean, it could be
exactly.
anything. It could be anything, even
You
furniture.
know what? I think something is with that
Yeah.
because it's always going off compared to the other one.
You got nothing underneath, have you? No, no
It's
Wi-Fi stuff
just,
in it. No
it's
router.
got Wi-Fi.
Yeah. No, but have you got a router nearby?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi doesn't do it.
No.
Yeah, the router's just down there, but it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The phone
Yeah.
doesn't do it. It's just a temperature device.
Yeah.
That's all. But
Active fireplace. Is that a blocked off fireplace?
it's not on.
No. Is it got a flue?
No, it's sealed up top.
That's all right. That's all right. Just
Yeah,
basically
no, yeah,
eliminated sources.
that could be me. Okay, because I'm
Yeah.
warmer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got a sensor here. I've probably just blown into it, so that's that. Probably why that happened. But like, why is that one going up, not that one? Yeah, at an
Yeah.
investigation the other night, one was going blue all the time, one was going red.
Yeah.
So it's great to see them act in unison, but in a different way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that one is new and it's not gone off. But I wonder if something is with. I made it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but there's no valid reason. Like, there is a candle right next door to the other one,
Yeah.
and that's not going off because of the heat. Yeah, no, it was that normal one, Andy. Can you remember? 'Cause I spoke to the guy Andy Guy who made it, and I sort of was asking him about him, and yeah, it does. And that one,
I must admit, I do like his approach to technology. I must admit,
it is more of the science base, so that's the thing,
exactly.
isn't it?
Exactly. It's not
So
derived from something else. It's created solely for that purpose.
yeah. Be open all the time because they do show and share with us. I get them around me as I'm writing. That's where I get led to specific areas. Music box was the one which scared me. First time being scared in 50 years. The search to discover the truth was over 18 meters long and involved people I've never met. Wow. But we are led on such amazing journeys, aren't we, doing this?
Yeah, that way.
So
and I think as well, I think most people it's a personal journey as well.
Oh God, yeah.
It's not like you'll get people out there buying they do it for entertainment purpose. You've either an entertainer or an educator.
Months, yeah.
Yeah.
And
it does seem my journey is personal, I must admit. I mean, I like to if I can give some insight to somebody else or help somebody along the way. It can't be a bad thing, can it?
That's right. Yeah.
So,
it's like I joined a group like at the Ghost Hunt at the weekend just because we've got a lot of interaction. Just tried it with them. I went in and to see, but nothing happened with them. But I tried. I did actually give them something because I let two of them try and use the dowsing rods.
Yeah.
So they'd never experienced that before, and just by them moving, and that they're happy that they held it, and they're not actually holding the metal. It's got a little thing what you hold, and then they move. So you've got that, and like two people tried it, and they're happy. They didn't move massively, but for them, it's like, well, why has this happened? And if you can give something to somebody, no matter how small it is, to give a little insight into the world, what we have encountered, are encountering, it's like like me. I'm going on a 3.5-hour drive if I'm lucky to Wales at the weekend.
Yeah,
it's mad, isn't it? Like, why? I put the dog in the kennels, more expense, and then I spent 2 nights camping in a tent. Because it's
back to nature. Well, best way back to nature is that best way to be.
Oh, I know. Yeah. But it was supposed to be 2 degrees, but it has warmed up. I've got a slight injury now, so I hope to God that clears up.
I've camped in November for today, and it froze. It was so cold. The sausages we had froze over solid.
Sugar. I've
many years ago. Yeah.
I've had ice on my tent before.
Oh yeah, done that
I've
before.
camped over New Year's Eve and I've camped over New Year's Day. So,
Yeah.
you know, I've camped at the beginning and the end of the year. So I can't do any later, can I really? But, you know, so I don't know what time it finishes. But yeah, I know it. You know what? It doesn't. It's only this one moving. Oh. But
And
it
you
was
know,
just interesting.
and you know, dodging that.
So also I had. That's what. So I had them at an at Ghost on Top City of Caves, and one was flashing a lot in front of me.
Yeah.
So I moved it along the line to where my friends were saying. I said, "Have that in front of you, see what happens." Nothing happened. Then I said, "Oh, I'm going to collect it and take it back," and it started beeping again. It's just me saying. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Interesting you say. I'm sure if it was a learning experience, 8 people knew what I was asking info in. We're all locked down in different parts of the country, but I knew about it and I hadn't met them. Hadn't been with them or heard about their experience until I randomly asked if anyone could help. Wow, that's intriguing. I think I want to know more on that, Natasha. Yeah, I'm interested about that. Yeah, but you know that the paths we're sort of sent down. It's incredible, isn't it?
The same things are meant to be, don't they? So we're obviously meant to be on this journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if it's a journey with some people, it'll be like a journey where everything must have a conclusion. So where our conclusion is, I have not got a clue, and I hope it's a positive one, and I hope it's educational for somebody as well.
Oh, thank you. Sounds brilliant.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and you know, my past life is crazy as hell. And,
I must admit, I'm intrigued by past lives. I must admit.
Yeah, you need to do one.
Yeah. And I do want reading as well. I want someone credible to do me reading, you see, as well. So,
Well, Barry. There's Barry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Claire. Yeah.
Yeah. I want.
Yeah, if you want Barry.
I've not had one for a while, you see. I want something more up to date, you see. So.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So I wake up some mornings and think, what? The same again, same day in, day out.
The thing is about readings, they do give you hope, don't they?
That's it, yeah.
You know, when you've got the day-to-day where you're just screaming just to get out of a situation.
Yeah.
And the readings do give you hope. And yeah. I've waited so long to get a new job, and
maybe not just to be open, but it's that motivation to do something as well. If you've got the motivation behind you to do something, it encourages you.
Yeah, that's it. Like Barry told me I was getting a new dog. I thought, no way on earth. Like I work 9 till 5. I'm in the office. Can't have one. End of. Bye. Then there's COVID. I ended up with one. You know, and that was it. And I couldn't let him go. And now, you know, I am working from home all the time.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's been having dreams and snoring in the background. Don't know if you've heard it.
Yeah, dreams again. That's one of my. I'm looking into more dreams at the moment, especially my own. Yeah, because I do vividly. I have vivid dreams, and I can read and write in my dreams. Sometimes I'm aware I'm dreaming, but most of the times I'm not. So it's a weird. I know you have lucid dreams and things, but
yeah, I just paid for a sleep app.
Yeah.
So it can play music and help you to sleep. But then it records. I don't know how it works it out, but it's got to be on your bed, which isn't ideal, and sort of suggests it's plugged in, which really isn't ideal.
No, I've had things similar to that in my past. You can hear yourself snoring.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, you get the dog snoring in the background and stuff. But you know, and it tells you what level your sleep is.
Yeah,
and it is interesting. And that particular night, I did have 2 major dreams, and I did have a really lucid dream when I was in Scotland touring, and I had to contact Gary Fields over it because it's the same sensor going off.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it is some. I don't think. I just wonder if something's with it. But it was quite the dream I had was quite horrific actually, and the spirits kind of told us there's something. Well, confirmed something to whoever was at the investigation at the time. And then this dream came along, and it like really scared me, so I had to contact him.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, just sort of like
definitely fascination. Definitely a fascinating subject is dreams.
yeah.
Who knows? I mean, it's weird. I put a post up the other day with me looking into a mirror. I mean, but I thought I'd put a comment is basically what if
That's a good one, yeah.
What if I'm a reflection? It's like what if the dreams are our real world and this is not the real world?
Yeah,
very matrixy. Very matrixy this.
We don't know.
We don't know it. We don't. I mean, it's just to think on the other side of that mirror, there's an image of me, just as equally as same as me, basically. Just to say that's not real me.
Yeah.
In fact, of the spirit world, they do say mirrors are portals. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Gary and Drakelow, he did have an issue down at Drakelow. Gary did, in the kitchen, and we had to clear out quickly because something came through, and it wasn't good. So yeah, that's fascinating.
They've done Drakelow, I must admit.
It's a shame, you know. You can go on tours now, but no cameras, no video footage, so it's nothing. You know, you get to see the tour, but you know, you want photos and everything. Yeah, that big kitchen's it's weird. I've just had a click down there, so I don't know what that is. Thank you, whoever did that. Yeah, but that's normal for my house. Right, we're going to have to go anyway. We're very but thank you so much for listening. Thanks for all your comments, and have a very, very spooky Halloween.
But most of all, be safe.
Be safe, definitely. Yeah, look after yourself, whatever you're doing. And if you can, make memories with your family and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. Keep those loved ones close.
Yeah, definitely. Take care anyway. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your comments. Bye.
Take care, yourselves. Good night.